Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So, today I would like to speak on vowels. Okay, so vowels are super important in a child's journey, to reading, right? So, vowels and consonants, okay, especially when it comes to building three-letter words, four-letter words. These are very important, for a child, and therefore it's super important for your child to know how to make the sounds of the vowels, right? So obviously you'd start with the all the letters of the alphabet, right? The letter sounds, and then you then introduce your child to vowels and say, okay, so now we have five vowels. Okay, so in the whole alphabet we have five vowels, right? We have obviously, we have long vowels, but if you're just introducing your child to this, then it's wise to just introduce them step by step. Don't tell them that we have long vowels and we have short vowels, because that's only going to confuse them. So start with the short vowels. Then once they master the knowledge of the short vowels, then it won't be hard or difficult for them to understand the long vowels. Okay. Now, I know that in primary school, like for every 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s kid, right, that grew up, maybe say Southern Africa, this is how we were taught how to sound our vowels, right? So you begin with the vowel, and then they would add a consonant with a vowel. Okay, so it would sound something like this: A, E, I, O, U, Ba, Be, Bi, Bo, Bu. Right, and it would sound a little different, of course, when it's a different language like Vernac, either isiZulu or isiNdebele. Right, it would sound a little bit different because in say for example in Ndebele, right, we don't say ba, we say va. So it would be va, be, bi, bu, bu. Okay, that's for Isindebele. And oh my goodness, I loved it so much. I think I'm one person that enjoyed primary school, because my mother, set me off very early, and she assisted me, in understanding my vowels, in reading. So by the time I went to school, I already knew those things, and I enjoyed school so much, you know. So that's why I want to talk about this, because once your child understands what vowels are and the sounds that they make, it becomes easier for them to read. It becomes easier for them to blend letters, together to create words. Okay, so another thing that I would like to mention, right, is the the sound that the letter U makes. Okay, so back in the day, we were taught that U makes the sound oo, right? That's why a, e, I, o, u. But I've been doing a little different, right? So with the girls, I've been teaching them that U makes the sound ah. Okay, because a lot of words, right, in the English language, right, especially at their level, a lot of their words have the sound ah, not oo. Okay, not oo or you, right? So it's mostly ah, like bug, cup, um, what else? Mug. These are the sounds of you that are there at their level. So it's very important that when you're introducing the vowels to your child, let them sound out the letter U as ah. Okay, so I know it may be a bit confusing, because they will ask, okay, so mommy, ah, right? A for apple makes the same sound as A for umbrella, of which the sounds are similar, okay, or are the same, right? So it's very important that you emphasize, teach your child that you makes the sound ah, and sometimes you makes the sound ooh, right, or you, okay. So that's what I wanted to get out there. And also, right, so the first step to teaching your child the letter sounds is for them to know their alphabet, right? No singing of the alphabet and all of that. No, they have to know each letter sound. Okay. So I have my box here. I use my ice cream container to store some of the letters and, my CVC words for the kids. So this is where we started. This is where we started off with the girls, right? So as you can see, guys, I used, like literal paper, not bond paper, but this is a paper from an exercise book. Okay, when you are homeschooling, when you're teaching, you have to improvise, use what you have available. You don't have to go all expensive and, all fancy, fancy. No, just use what you have, right? So this is what I started off with the girls. Simple words, very simple words. Like, so once your child knows how or what sound the letter S make, right? S makes, and what sound the letter A makes, and what sound the letter T makes, then it becomes easier for them to just put this together and just blend it to make a word, right? Say s, a, at. So it becomes sat, right? So after sounding out the letters, then you teach them to blend, to blend all sounds together, like sat, set. Okay, so the first step, sound out each letter. Second step, is to make like sort of like elongate the sounds, and then once they elongate the sounds, then it will click in their heads like, oh, sad. Then it trust me, it's so much fun for the kids, to discover that, oh my goodness, I can read, and it's only 3-letter words, so these are called CVC words because we have a consonant, a vowel, and a consonant at the end. Okay, so these are great for your kids if they are starting out to read. Okay, so this is where we started. Okay, started from the bottom, now we're here. Okay, so this is where we started the girls, and then when I saved up properly, I managed to get proper paper, bond paper, and this is what I printed out for the girls. So I did this. So we have the uppercase letters and we have the capital. Now we have the uppercase letters and the lowercase letters, okay, meaning the capital letters and the small letters. Okay, so I usually prefer to use the small letters because it's easier. From my experience, it's easier for the girls. So once a child knows that A makes the sound ah, and C makes the sound k, D makes the sound d, and F makes the sound f. Trust me, when it comes to now building, their 3-letter words, it'll be so much easier for them because they already know the letter sounds. Okay, so this is the basic, this is the foundation step, when you're teaching a child how to read. So this is great for toddlers, your 2, 3 year olds. Don't restrict your children and think that they cannot, because they can. Trust me, they will surprise you, you know. So this is where we started. This is where we began with the girls. And now my 4-year old, she turned 4 in June. She knows how to read her words. She reads hop on pop, and it becomes so much fun for her, because she doesn't struggle. She knows her letter sounds, and after the letter sounds, right, then we have consonant digraphs. Okay, so consonant digraphs would be 2 consonants that make a sound, right? So that would be the next step to introduce your child to, okay, which is something that we'll cover in the next video. But please, parents, teach your children the alphabet. The alphabet, when I say the alphabet, I mean the letter sounds. Don't teach them the song, the alphabet song. No, that won't help them, right? And also teach them the vowels. After the alphabet, it's the vowels. From the vowels, then you move on to building words using the consonants and the vowels. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys a clip of how, Zion is, how Zion started, with all this that I've just mentioned. And, she's really enjoying it, and she's now reading Hop on Pop, which is amazing. And I've actually moved her to, so next year she'll be starting grade one. So she'll be turning 5 and in grade one, because she is at that level. She can read, she knows her basic, math operations and all of that. So please, if you can see that your child is, at a level where, they can handle certain things, introduce it to them, take it, spend at least, if you can spend, maybe 5 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day for each activity, 5 minutes a day, trust me, it'll go a long way, and it's going to help in their development, getting used to the letters, getting used to building words on their own, and they'll be able to identify, words in books, you know, and it's so much fun, to experience and to just, see. So that is it for today. I hope this video helps you guys. A lot of parents that are struggling, with kids that cannot read. So I hope this helps you and comes a long way. If it does, please do share and like, and please comment with ideas, or your experience, when it comes to teaching your child the alphabet and what you've seen and what you'd like to, improve on. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching today's video. So if you'd like to see how Zion reads her vowels, please do click on this next video, and I've got a bonus for you guys. Get to see her reading her favorite book of all time, Hop on Pop by Dr. Seuss. See you guys in the next video, and cheers!